So I get home from work today, and my wife is like, "You know what? I heard some weird noises coming from your studio. You need to go check it out." And lo and behold, my wife has surprised me, and she bought me the new Kramer Dave Mustaine signature. I'm truly shocked. I was really disappointed because I wanted to get the Gibson one because the inlays matched the diamond that was on the album cover, which was a fucking killer little touch. And the witch knot or the witch hat knobs, all that was really cool. But my wife went out of her way and really surprised me with this. So let's get into it. Let's see how well the QC is on the Kramer made Dave Mustaine signature. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the case. I've been trying to wait. It is super exciting. So let's talk about the case. The case is obviously imitation leather. Go ahead and button this back up. It's a freaking massive case. Overall, it's well made, I guess. For what it is. I don't know if it's really a road case worthy, but for local bands kind of stuff, whatever, it'll be fine. It is a nice hard shell case overall. So yes, dude. Can you guys, dude. Alright, so it is a snug fit. What kind of case can do we got? So we got some silica packs, a key, and let's see. What else was that? Oh, that's the key. Alright. So real quick, let's take a look at this thing now. Let's get rid of that shit. Dude, look at this. This is fucking killer. Love the color. That is literally one of the main reasons I wanted the Gibson one, was for that bright green. It's just gorgeous. This one is phenomenal looking in person. They just got announced, 3 days ago? This is fucking insane, dude. Alright, so the paint and finish, it's very smooth. It's high gloss, obviously. The fretboard, it's got some cool, kind of features in it. Let's see if I can pick that up on the camera. Now, I'll do some close-up pictures too, and I'll throw them in. I'll do some close-up footage with the cameras and whatnot. But the action on this thing, let's talk about the fucking action. Holy shit. Alright, so the action at the 12th fret is coming in at 0.083. Holy fuck. So the action is not set. Out of the box, this is not going to be playable for me. Maybe you guys can see that shit? No? Yeah, the action is just way too fucking high. Of course, we got the Dave Mustaine signature pickups. I don't know what material. It almost looks like an ebony. Mine's got some cool, coloring to the fretboard, but the binding on the side looks good. The frets, they're not polished, but they're not sharp. There's no sharpness to the frets, so I'll give it that. I don't mind polishing them myself. It's supposed to be a Graphtec nut, and it is. There is a little bit of QC issue on the nut, man. So I'll take some close-up pictures and I'll throw them up. But maybe you guys can see it. There's a super sharp angle, obviously, for the way that the string's coming off. There's like some weird tape. You guys see that? There's some weird tape on that last high E string. Grover tuners, that's cool. Looks like the Grover Minis. It's handcrafted in China. So I don't know how well this will compare to the Epiphone that is coming out. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take off all this bullshit plastic. And so it's like an anodized or a matte black on the cover there. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I'm gonna do a setup. I'm gonna get this in playable condition and adjust the pickup height because this is kind of disappointing. Out of the box, it is not ready to play by any means. That's kind of sad to see. So anybody who is looking to pay, especially the price point this thing is, so they're $1,300. It's got some nice features. You got Grover tuners. You got signature pickups. I will open the back and see if they're CTS pots or, you know, alpha pots or whatever. I mean, overall, it's a nice build. The QC on the setup process is really lackluster, and that's really disappointing. If I'm dropping that kind of money, you know, I'm expecting it to be playable out of the box. I shouldn't have to do a full setup. So I'll stop the video. I'm gonna do a setup, and we'll be right back. All right, you guys. So, yeah, my initial opinion is still a little disappointing. The setup was really bad. I did get it dialed in. The intonation was terrible. So I got it set up for my preferred setting, which is about a 0.06 on the low end, and then a 0.05 on the high end. You know, once I got it dialed in and I got the intonation set, it's much better. It is a lot more enjoyable to play. You know, when your action's way too high, you're just fighting the guitar and they're not comfortable. And I could see it right off the bat that it wasn't going to be that way. So it's definitely more enjoyable. Of course, I'm playing through the mic. So I've got we're on the neck pickup, and I'm going to use my Grim 3 overdrive, and we're going to run that into the Mesa single rectifier. And of course, we go into the Mojitone ISO cab with currently with the DW75 and the Nighthawk 75. So let's do some play testing, and then we'll talk about some overall opinions at the end. All right, here we go. All right, man, that is the new Kramer Dave Mustaine signature. It is called the Vanguard. And of course, I got the absolutely beautiful Alien Tech Green. This thing is fucking incredible. I am, again, initial opinion, I am disappointed. It is incredible because So I'm not really a fanboy, but you know, Dave Mustaine is the big guy that got me into V-shaped guitars. Growing up, I always wanted the Deviator, his LTD signature, and I just thought it was the coolest one ever. And of course, as a kid and growing up, you know, I didn't really have the funds. So eventually, I was able to buy my Ibanez VTB back there, and that was a short-lived run. I think they only ran it for 2 years. So I wanted to get the Gibson model. But you know what, man? My wife surprised me, and this thing is fucking cool for what it is. I think the QC did kind of strike out for the price point. Hopefully, that is rectified sooner than later. But for the features you do get, I guess overall the price is somewhat justifiable. Um, I don't know. The QC to me is more important, so I'm going to say no on that end. You do get the Grover mini tuners. They are non-locking, so that does kind of suck, in my opinion. You get a Graphtec nut, so that's nice. It is an ebony. Well, it's listed as an ebony fretboard, and it is definitely dark enough. Mine does have some cool light tones to it. Hopefully, they'll show up in the pictures. The nut does need to get slightly adjusted. It's a little high on the first fret, in my opinion. The action was horrendous. Again, it was right around 0.083 when I measured it at the 12th fret. So I did have to do a basic setup, adjusted my action, and set the intonation, adjust my pickup height. The neck pickup was pretty much buried inside of the cavity. It was kind of weird. It was super far down. And the bridge pickup, when I first got my intonations or my action set, the bridge pickup was almost touching the string. So again, the pickup height on that one was too far up. One thing I did notice is that when the guitar is in the case and it's flat and you pull it straight like this to pull it out, the V does obviously get wider, it binds, and it tries to pull the foam out. So just take note of that for those who do get it. Do I feel it's worth the price point? No. It's probably about $300 too much in my opinion. Overall, I'm pleased with it. It was a gift from my wife, so I'll definitely hang on to this one. There is some weird spotting going on this black piece here. I'll have to find something to clean it. I don't know if maybe it was the oil or something that was on it to preserve it during shipping or transit or whatever, but yeah, it looks a little funky. Maybe you guys see if I can, yeah, you can kind of see it right there in the reflection. Anyways, so, you know, I'll have to get that polished up a little bit. So it's a neck volume, bridge volume, master tone, and a 3-way toggle. There is no push-pull. I did open the back, and I'll throw the pictures up. They are CTS pots. So you do get some high-quality electronics. So you've got CTS pots. I couldn't tell if it was a Switchcraft switch or not. Maybe those in the picture can kind of adjust it or see it a little better. The Seymour Duncan signature pickup, so that's a nice touch there that we do get those. What else we got? Of course, the Graphtec nut and the Grover tuners. I mean, overall, it's not a bad. This is definitely a $1,000 guitar all day long. But currently at $1,299. Maybe if the QC was better, we'll go with that route. So anyways, thanks for checking it out, and I'll be playing this a lot more. I need to work on learning some more Megadeth and brushing up. Obviously, I'm not, you know, a good player, but anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.